Looks like they're going to take a bronze. Gillis and Poirier are going to win a silver medal if Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir do the expected. Here they are, Olympic champions, world champions, 7-time Canadian champions. Last chance before the Olympics, last dance at the Nationals.
The greatest ice dance team the world has ever seen. Tessa Virtue, Scott Moir, they make everybody in the game better.
Standing O, as always, 8 years ago in this very city. They reached the pinnacle. Olympic gold medal. Looking to end their career with another Olympic gold medal. If they skate like that in Pyeongchang, they will capture that. They leave you speechless. Goosebumps in British Columbia.
You mentioned they reached the pinnacle with their gold medal win, but they've just gone above that, in my opinion, in terms of where they have taken this sport
So you're
to a
saying
whole new level.
Better than Torvill and Dean.
Yes.
Better than
and believe me, yes.
all of the great ones.
You know, if you have to look at
I agree with you.
longevity, versatility, what they have brought to this sport over so many years, redefining themselves, redefining the sport, and reaching across cultures, boundaries.
And you know what the craziest thing of all is? As great of skaters they are, they're even better people. And that is part of the legacy that has been iced, that has been cemented throughout the years, 2 decades of skating together.
Back at the Sochi Olympics in Canada House, I stood with Tessa and Scott and Patrice Lauzon and just talked about their skating and the fact that we felt there was still more left, and would they consider coming back. Here they are with Marie-France and Patrice. Fantastic coaches who have worked with them to bring out the best in them. Look at these twizzles. And it's just the entrances, the exits. Look at the detail.
The first half one.
Right from the tip of their fingers, not missing a beat in the music. This program couldn't be more difficult, more nuanced, and executed more perfectly.
I did 5.
Emotionally, technically.
I would not want to be the judge, to be a nitpicker on any of this stuff, because I don't know if there was anything wrong with this performance.
And he says, oh, come on, Scott.
We'll find out. That's their final skate.
That's our thought, maybe that's what he said.
That's their final skate at the Nationals. Competitively, they have the gala still, and then, of course, their final skates at the Olympics. Look at these scores. 124.7.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a perfect score.
Perfect
Is a perfect score. Patrice just said that. Remember when at one point we saw 6s across the board?
Perfect score. And the presentation side, perfection today in Vancouver.
Across the board.
Tessa Virtue and Scott MOIR say goodbye to the Nationals with a perfect skate.
124.70. That's as good as it gets.
Now 8-time national champions. Virtue and MOIR. Gillis and Poirier, the silver medal. Weaver and Poge. 3 great teams heading to Pyeongchang, South Korea a month from now, and the Winter Olympic Games. And Virtue and MOIR hope that this journey back to the Games will result in another gold medal. The stars are with Sarah.
Thank you, Rod. Well, what a way to end your final nationals for it. When you see the score out there, what goes through your mind?
Well, the score is exciting, but skating in front of this crowd was something otherworldly. It just was electric and felt as if Canada was with us every single step, and we're so grateful for that support.
Scott, you whispered something to Tessa at the end. Can you tell us what it was?
It was just about taking in the moment, really. As Tessa said, what an honor for us to have the support of these Canadian skating fans, and it was really hard to keep focused there. We really wanted to give them a performance that they could cheer for, and that's a moment we'll remember the rest of our lives.
As you look quickly towards building, obviously, next step, the Olympics for you guys. As you finish this comeback for you, what is the priority when you head back to the training?
Well, to this point, we've stuck to our game plan, and that's a testament to the B210 team we have around us, of Marie-France and Patrice, and it's just about taking care of all of those details and making use of every single training session.
Well, congratulations, you two. Soak it all in. Congratulations on your 8th national title.
Thank you so much.
Rod, Tracy.
Well, it's been our honor to be able to call it and to watch them, and as skating fans to see greatness through the years. As Tracy Wilson calls them the GOATs, greatest of all time. And look at the numbers. And here's the other number. Remember the people say 10,000 hours to perfection? I can tell you, they put in more than 10,000 hours. That's because they've done it for such a long time, and they've never been satisfied. And that has made them the greatest.
Them the greatest, and it makes everybody